95% of the people who are trying to learn something online will never succeed anymore. Although we now have access to all the information in the world, study shows that the e-learning market will become a $1 trillion market. And so why does 95% of the people who are trying to learn something online will never succeed then? In this video, I will go over why selling information doesn't fucking work anymore, although the market is saying the opposite. And trust me, you're gonna want to watch this video until the end, because this video is the type of thing that nobody will talk about, and so I will subconsciously expose a shit ton of people in this video. But let's not waste your time and let's get straight into it. And so let's start this off with a basic ass example. Okay, let's say this is you right there. Okay, you've seen Andrew Tate online and you're trying to make money, you're trying to be like him, you want to learn how to make money online. Who do you see? Who's the first person that you see online? You see this dude right there, Iman Gadzhi, a 24 years old multimillionaire, and you're like, how the fuck did he do this? What does he do? And so you look up and he's telling you now to start a fucking SMMA. You're like, okay, great, let me find how to start a SMMA. And so you find yourself in this rabbit hole. And the thing is, you don't want to buy his course yet. Because when you look online on how to start a SMMA, you see all these dudes out there, SMMA coach claiming to be expert, and they're all telling you the same thing. You see 9,420 SMMA coaches online promising the same promise, telling you this is how to start SMMA. Buy my course, I'll guarantee you 10,000 client, or you don't pay, and I give you my Lambo and my car and my birth certificate and my daughter and my son and my house. Like, by the way, that has nothing to do with the video, but haven't you realized the stupid guarantees that people are making nowadays? Anyways, and now you see all these people promising the same promise, claiming to be an expert. And what happened is, you're gonna find two type of people in that group of people. There's always this dude telling you, all right, it's gonna be $10,000. I'm gonna show you how to start an SMMA and everything you need, step by step, scratch from scratch, and everything. $10,000. When there's a guy like that, there's always a guy who's gonna be like, no, motherfucker, I can give you the same thing for $50. You're like, wait. And so the same information, the same course, the same shit, there's someone out there selling it for $10,000 and somebody selling it for $50. Now you're questioning, does starting an SMMA even work? There's a dude selling it for me for 10 grand, and there's a dude telling me that he can teach me for $50. And the thing is, that might be you who's watching the video right now. Maybe that's you. You're selling a course, you're selling a program, you're selling information online. But you know what's funny? I bet you, I can guarantee you that whatever you're selling right now, the course that you're selling, I can put money on the table, DM me on Instagram, bro, I'm ready. I guarantee you that whatever you're selling online, if you're selling a course, obviously, there is someone out there online giving away the same shit for free. Respectfully, I'm telling you, bro, there is someone out there. This is why I'm making this video. Because at this point, if that's you, now you're just one of the many others out there. Look how they all look the same. They're all the same. That's you. How can I know who to trust? I can't even know who to trust. At this point, a guy is charging 10 grand, another dude is charging $50. If starting SMMA really works, can somebody tell me then what the fuck is this? Right? If SMMA is really the thing, right? It's not legit. And now guess what? If that's you, then now you're becoming a commodity. You're becoming replaceable. So anybody who's learning the thing that you're teaching, aka the course that you're selling, can now compete with you and go on their own and teach it. If I go to this dude, whatever, I pay him $50 to have access to his course. I learn everything, all the information he gave me. I package it in my offer. I could go give it away for free or even charge. That's probably what this dude did. That's probably what he did. That's the funny thing. That's probably what he did. Because that guy is giving away the same information for $50. This dude could have hopped in his course, pay $50, learn it, package it in his offer, and sell it for 10 grand. That's what's going on in the market right now, and that's why I'm making this video. And that's why you want to watch until the end to not get fucked in the ass. Because at this point, they don't even need to have done the thing they're teaching. And this is mainly why information is worthless, but this is not the main reason why. It goes way deeper than that, trust me. Because at this point, why is information worthless? It's not just because anybody can copy you, and it's not just because now we know that information doesn't have a lot of value because everybody can copy you and everybody is giving away the same thing for free. But the main reason why information in and of itself is not valuable anymore in our market is because back then information used to be valuable. Information was valuable because it was scarce. Now if you're someone like me who was the type of dude at school who was asking always a stupid question and who always need to understand the little details to understand something that everybody else understand, you probably don't know what scarce is. So let me explain to you. I feel sorry for the old me. That's why I'm doing this. But the term scarce means that something is in limited supply or readily available. Okay, so basically, information back then was so valuable because you had to trade a lot of time to have access to that information. You had to, this is why having a job was so valuable. This is why back then having a degree, having a baccalaureate was so valuable, because you had to rather have a shit ton of money or coming from a certain family to have access to certain things. And if we're talking about information, you had to go to a certain library, you had to go to a certain type of school to have access to information. You had to study hard in the specific schools and get a certain degrees to have access to certain information back then. That's why information was so valuable. And if we look even further, like hundreds of years ago and 1,000 years ago, you had to come from specific family to have access to certain insight, to have access to certain information. Okay, to have access to certain connection that will lead you to certain information. But now, and guess fucking what? We have access to that information on the tip of our fingers. So the thing that is valuable isn't time, because time is not scarce. The thing that is valuable right now isn't information anymore, because information is not scarce. What is scarce now is time, because back then, to have access to that valuable information, the reason why information was more valuable is because you had to trade a lot of time, study in specific school, get certain degrees, or spend a lot of time going to a certain library, right? You had to spend a lot of time to have access to certain information. You had to spend a bunch of time maybe working at a certain job to then be able to pay off your student loan, to then be able to spend a lot of time going at school, and then to spend a lot of time studying to get a certain degree, to then be able to have access to a certain information. That's why information was so valuable. Now we have access to that same information on the tip of our finger. Now the problem is time is so valuable because information is not scarce anymore. We have access to it on the tip of our fingers. And so we're literally running out of time to consume all the information. We went from having a limited amount of time to have access to a small amount of information to now it's the opposite. We have too much information and a little amount of time to get to consume that whole information. And then we have access to more and more and more information the more that time's pass. And so we're literally word for word running out of time to consume enough information. There is too much information, not enough time. This is where we're standing at, literally. And so there's too much information out there for the time that we have. So we don't want more information anymore. We need implementation. We need to know what to do with that information. We need the process of doing the thing with that information. We need the process of doing the thing with that information, because we don't know what the fuck to do with that information. We have too much information. This dude right there is telling me it's 10 grand. This dude right there is telling me 50 grand. I found another dude on YouTube telling me it's free. Like, what should I do with that? And so 95% of the people trying to learn something online will never succeed anymore. And I don't say this on top of my head. The 95% actually comes from a valuable source. Why the completion rate for online course are low. Literally, our industry standards are from 5 to 15%. And so 5 to 15% of people are completing course that they buy online. So 5 out of 100 people who buy something online complete the whole course. So that means that leaves 95 people who haven't even watched the whole course that they bought. And so 95% of the people trying to learn something online will never succeed anymore. And that's not even a crazy, because nowadays people who are buying aren't finishing. And guess what? Back then in COVID, there was a peak. Of course, it was COVID, lockdown, everybody was at home. It was hype, it was new, everything moved online. We were all at home and we had nothing else to do. But guess the fuck what? It went down and now it is as low as 2%. Literally, the completion rate is as low as 2%. This is how bad it is now. And I'm not even talking about people that are applying the information that they learn. I'm talking about 3 to 5% of people that don't even watch the whole course. So don't even get me started with the people who got result from the course, if it's that bad. And talking now about growth and result and talking about completion rate, okay, there's what is called the growth formula. The growth formula is applicable in any area of life. This is simply whatever you want to do, whether you want to grow your business, learn a new skill, change something in your life. There's a growth formula, okay, that is applicable in any area of your life, which simply consists of the information that you get and how fast do you apply it. And so how often do you consume that information, and how consistent are you with it, and how fast do you apply that information? How fast do you implement that information? Now, if you're following me, you understand that the information is not the problem. Matter of fact, we got too much of that. The information is not the problem. We have access to this on the tip of our fingers. That cannot be a problem anymore nowadays. We have the information. We just don't apply it. This is what the market needs. If you see where I'm going. Here, we were talking about the completion rate. I'm not even talking about the application rate. We're not even talking here about how many people apply what was in the course or how many people got results from the course. We're talking about how many people even took the energy to watch the course. 5% of these people. So think about the amount of people who even got results from that course. That's like 0 point something. This is how low we are. This is how bad it is. This is how low the bar is. And so this is why the problem is not information. This is why selling information doesn't work anymore, because this is not what people need. What people need is implementation. Okay? And when 95% of the people that learn something online don't experience what they paid for, that creates a new gap. But this new pain, right? This new gap is more painful than the first pain that made them buy your program, your course, your coaching in the first place. And so people not having results, people not experimenting what they paid for, now creates a new problem. That is a new pain that they have because they're not even experimenting what they paid for in the first place. That creates a new problem on top of the pain that they felt before they buy your course. Your course is supposed to solve a problem for them. And they come to you with that pain, hoping your solution, your course will solve that pain. But now guess what? They don't even get to experience what they came in for in the first place. And so that creates a new gap. And this is what you want to solve. You want to sell implementation to the people who bought the information and weren't able to experiment what they paid for. I'm telling you, the money is going to be in the implementation. This is why I say close the gap. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of this scenario. Okay, let's say this is you. All right, whatever happened. You have a flat tire. You're like, oh, tabarnak, I'm at Quebec, esti. It's fucking cold. I don't want to fix that. Right? You just had a flat. So Andrew Tate comes in. Tournez dans les vides. Just fix it, pussy. You're not a real man if you can't fix that car. Like, oh wow, thank you, tabarnak. Now the thing is that Andrew Tate might just tell you, right? Take a hammer, fix it. It's gonna be good. You're like, well, thank you, ST. It helps. You're in Quebec, it's cold, you don't have time for that, you don't want to fix your car. And so him telling you the information of how to fix the car isn't what's gonna help you out. The fucking problem is that your car is broken. You don't know how to fix it because you're not a real man. And it's cold, you're in Quebec, and you have no temper, tabarnak. That is the problem. And him telling you how to fix it, or him telling you information, is not gonna fix the problem. What is gonna fix the problem is this scenario right there. Now let's say Andrew Tate was in a good mood that day, alright? And so you're there again, tabarnak, again, your car is fucked. And so Andrew Tate tells you, listen man, there's 3 ways we can go around this. First thing first, I'll do it for you because I'm a real man. You just need to pay me $5.5 million, right? Not that big deal. Let's say you actually had $5.5 million, okay? So there's do it for you. I can do it for you because I'm a man. And you just have to pay me $5.5 million. And you have that $5.5 million. But let's say you pay him for him to fix the car. You're still not a man though because you don't know how to fix a car. You're still fucked. If it happens again, you're still a pussy. So then he suggests you, all right then, I'll do it with you. No homo. So that you'll know how to do it next time. Like a G. So that next time you know how to be a man. And so you're like, all right, fair enough. So you could do it with him. And then he gives you also another way to do it, which is you could do it yourself and be a man. And so I could help you do it with you. So done for you, done with you. Give you information on how to do it so that you do it yourself. And I help you out. And I coach you. And I hold you accountable. That's how you're going to be able to fix the car. Not only efficiently, way faster, but now if it happens again, you know how to do it. You're a man now. Good job. And this is exactly my main freaking point here. Because giving information is not going to close the whole gap. Giving information is not the end goal. Information is not the end be all. Because information is not going to get you anywhere. You need information. You need to apply that information. You need accountability. You need somebody to do it with you. So you can split it however you want. It could be 35% done for you, 35% done with you, and 30% do it yourself. Or 35% do it yourself, 35% done with you, and 30% do it for you. However you want to package it. But this is how you actually solve a freaking problem. This is how we operate now in our new market. This is how things are going. And I'm gonna get fucked by saying this because nobody is here to admit it, but this is how it works. Selling information won't work anymore because this is not what's gonna close the gap. And if you're an online coach and you are looking for an entire implementation process that you can apply, that we can help you apply, done for you, done with you, and do it yourself, all of it together, book a call with me. The link is on the bio of my YouTube channel. If you don't feel ready, go watch my video Close the Gap, where I talk more in details about the thought process, and I even go a bit over our infrastructure implementation process. But for now, if there's one thing you're gonna want to stop doing after watching this video, is stop selling information. Matter of fact, give that information. So give value to people. This is something I always say, and I do not gatekeep. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm giving you just value right now. Okay? And I could have shut the fuck up, but I don't gatekeep. I don't know how to gatekeep. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that words mean. I don't know how to gatekeep. Who, me? Hell no. I give away value for free. People won't admit, but it is what it is. So give away that information for free, because there's somebody else already doing it anyways. So the least you can do is give away that information for free. Give away information for free, but sell the implementation. Bye.